Today I'm going to be showing you how to prepare gluten-free chicken in wine sauce. I usually put mushrooms in too, so you'll need, I usually use 3 breasts of all natural chicken, and I'll show you how to prepare that because you have to make it really thin and then pound it out so it's even thinner. And then we're going to bread it in the rice flour blend, and I'll explain as we go along. But what we need right now is 3 chicken breasts, a 8-ounce package of baby Bella mushrooms, or you can use any mushrooms that you like. I've used others besides just baby Bellas. You can use fresh onions, but I use minced onions. You can use fresh garlic, but I like the garlic powder. And then I have of course, the Bet's Gourmet Featherlight Rice Flour blend as usual. And then you'll need a couple cups of red cooking wine. I used Holland House. And then you'll need about 4, let's see, you'll need about 2 cups of chicken broth, and I use the Herbox chicken bouillon cubes. And you'll need a pretty big size pan for this. This is about a 12 by 12, just because when you pound the chicken out it gets very large, but it's so tender after it's been fried and then cooked in the sauce that you're going to make. Yaz is in the kitchen helping us today. Okay, she's probably going to be here the whole time. So the first thing we're going to do is turn the heat on to medium and add 4 tablespoons of butter. And that's unsalted butter. You can use whatever you prefer. And while that's melting, I'm going to just put some of Bet's Gourmet Featherlight flour onto a dish, probably like about a cup. And then I'm going to add some salt and pepper. Now I like fresh ground pepper. I like a lot. And I found this new Himalayan pink salt, which is supposed to be healthier than just regular salt. So I'm going to grind some of that into, and once again, this is just whatever you prefer. And then I'm just going to mix that together. And this is going to be for our chicken breast. It's going to be the breading. So our butter is melting nicely, so I'm going to add probably about a half a teaspoon of garlic powder and about probably a teaspoon of minced onion, dried onion. And while that's melting, I'm just going to throw my mushrooms in. And then we'll get started on the chicken. Now here's my chicken breasts. And first I remove all the fat. And the reason my cats are hanging around is because I usually give them the fat. It's very healthy for them. Their coat. And here's Willie. And that's why they're always hanging around me. Okay. And what I'm going to do with the breast is slice it down the long side in half. Okay, so we'll start with our first piece, and what I do is you usually need some sort of mallet. So any old tenderizer will look, you can use, I use the smaller edge. And what I do is take some cling wrap and put it over the meat. And then I start pounding so the meat doesn't splatter everywhere. And you want to flatten it out really good. Like that. And I always suggest flattening it out on the cut side, because if you get on the other side, this part is a little bit tougher to flatten. And we're just going to stir our mushroom mixture. So now what we're going to do is remove the mushrooms. And we're going to add a little olive oil, maybe 1 or 2 teaspoons, or tablespoons, I'm sorry, tablespoons. And then we're going to take our chicken and put it in our flour mixture and make sure it's coated really nice and thoroughly. Really pat it in there. And then we're going to fry that up. It doesn't matter if you have leftover garlic and onion. That'll just add to the flavor of the chicken. And we're just going to continue to cook that at medium heat until they're nice and golden brown. Okay, so let's check. They're nice and brown, so we'll flip them over. And while we're waiting for those to cook, I've got 2 cups of water. And I'll put 2 bouillon cubes, chicken bouillon cubes in. So when these are done, brown on both sides, we'll put them with the mushrooms. And then we're just going to add our water with the bouillon cubes. 2 cups of water, 2 bouillon cubes. And 1.5 cups water of 1.5 cup of red cooking wine, or you can use Marsala wine, Marsala cooking wine. That comes out just as good. And we're going to turn up the heat a little bit to get this to a boil, and then we're going to want to reduce the sauce by half. Okay, so now our liquid has reduced to about half its size. So we're going to put our chicken back in. So we're just going to let these simmer for about 5 minutes to incorporate the flavors. And just give it a little stir every now and then. So after simmering for about 5 minutes, I've let it sit for about 5 minutes just to soak in all the flavors and incorporate all the flavors. And in the meantime, I've made some instant mashed potatoes. And what I do is usually take a big scoop of those and put them on the plate in the middle. And then put one of my chicken breasts on top with some sauce and mushrooms.